Brunson plays off the inbound, throws it cross court. Green with a tough catch. 7 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Green on the drive, gets inside, reverse block by Achua. They throw it up at the buzzer. Almost went in, but a foul! A foul called on Jalen Brunson. Well, they're going to see it. Did the contact come before the clock expired? What a defensive play. Oh, I don't see how you call a foul on that shot.
I don't see how you call that.
That right there, probably the worst call of this entire NBA season thus far. Kendrick Perkins called it one of the worst calls in NBA history. Clearly robbed the Knicks. They easily could have won in overtime the way that they were playing. I mean, it would have been close. But the crew chief came out after the game and said it was the wrong call. Look, I get it, human error, but even in real time, when you watch the play, before they slow it down in the replay, it doesn't look like a foul. It looks clean. I mean, what more can you say? That could be a pivotal game for the Knicks down the stretch that they were now robbed of. Now they're on a 3-game losing streak. They dropped to the Rockets 105-103, and they're playing severely injured. They were extremely outmatched in terms of size last night. You saw it. I mean, you had Precious Achua playing at the 4, and then Jericho Sims and Bogdanovich rotating at the 5 for a majority of the game. And you look at the injuries that the Knicks have. They're still trying to get OG Anunoby back. He had the surgery they announced on February 1st. He'd be back. He hopefully will be back after the All-Star break. The Knicks got the Magic on Wednesday, tomorrow, and then we have the All-Star break, which is much needed for this Knicks team. Then you have, hopefully, Randall. He apparently, according to Thibodeau, yesterday he's been progressing very well, so hopefully he'll be back. I know surgery was on the table, but it's looking more likely than not he'll just get it after the season. Hartenstein dealing with the sore Achilles. They needed him last night and against the Pacers. He's one of their best offensive rebounders and rebounders in general. He's been incredible this season in place of the injured Mitch Robinson, who's another guy with that ankle injury that the Knicks could get back, hopefully within the next month or so, month and a half maybe, if we're thinking wishful here. But you look at the minutes too, just to throw it out there. Precious Achua, he played a hell of a game last night. I think he had 17 rebounds. He played great defensively. And he's averaging 40.5 minutes in the last 7 games. He's averaging 40.5 minutes per game. I think it was 39 minutes for Hart and 40.3 for, I'm blanking on his name right now. 40.3, DiVincenzo, obviously. DiVincenzo, and he balled out again last night. DiVincenzo had 23. He's been playing out of his mind. He's been one of the anchors for the Knicks. Obviously, Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had one of the worst halves of the season last night. He only had 7 at the end of the first half, but he picked it up with a clutch 20 in the second half. The Knicks trailed by 14 at the half and as many as 16 in the first half. And they showed the Thibodeau way. Resiliency. They're going to play tough. They're going to hang tough. And they're not going to give up. And they showed that last night, and they should have had a chance to play for overtime, but they didn't get it. Dylan Brooks was a problem. He dropped 23 points. And to be honest, there was a lot of missed calls by the refs in the game. I mean, at the back end of the third quarter, you had Hart literally got tapped on the head as he went up for a layup. They didn't call that. There was a clear-cut foul on Brooks against Brunson, and for most of in that third quarter in the back end, and for most of the game, Brooks was holding and grabbing on to Brunson and roughing him up, and he was looking for calls. You could see the frustration on Brunson's face, but hey, it's a tough game. You have Aaron Holiday. He was electric for the Rockets, especially in the fourth quarter. Finished the game with 18 points off the bench. Segun was a problem. Alperen Segun, he dropped 18 points, 6 assists, 3 blocks. He was extremely instrumental for the Rockets in that win. And like I said, they were just outsized. But all in all, the Knicks, they're fighting for. They're now 8.5 back of the 1 seed. I think they're 3 back of the Cavs and 2 back of the Bucks. So it's a very tight-knit Eastern Conference, and that's why these sort of games the Knicks desperately need. Prior to this game, you had the Knicks they played against the Pacers, and Halliburton was just doing Halliburton things going off. They lost 125-111 in that one. Taj Gibson was a starter in that one, and he was quiet because they were missing Hartenstein again. And he, like I said, he's just a big piece for the team. And then prior to that, they're playing with the G League. They had Charlie Brown Jr. and Jacob Toppin on the floor against the Mavericks. So not much you could do there because they didn't have Bogdanovich and Alec Burks at their disposal. So that one was tough. But it's been tough with the Knicks in terms of injuries. The injury bug has plagued them, and they're playing tough, and they always have that resiliency factor in each and every game. So hopefully they can get a win against the Magic. The Magic are a couple spots behind them in the Eastern Conference. That'd be a big win, and then go into the All-Star break and hopefully get healthy for this Knicks team.